Thank you guys for joining me today. I'm going to take exactly 5 minutes of your time to tell you about my journey to the MPA program and then what I've learned in my time at the MPA program. So I was fortunate enough to join the interdisciplinary EBSS MPA program, and my interest in that started from my foundation in suburban Ohio, not very poetic, but as the youngest of 3 girls, I was constantly outside. And the sewer at the end of my street was really where my paradise. So got my degree in biology from Capital University, and then took on a bunch of different field positions from Costa Rica to the North Atlantic. So in Costa Rica, I was looking at field anoles, but what I really took away from this was to get comfortable being uncomfortable and the value of getting to know communities and working in that environment. Went to Memphis, took a job there as a research assistant, and when I think about it, I really learned resourcefulness and adaptability here. A lot of flat tires, a lot of constructed labs, but it helped me in my next job, which was as a protected species observer working offshore, and so diverse stakeholders is an understatement when I talk about working on these boats. So I had to navigate a lot of conflict at the science policy interface. Last job before I decided to start an MPA program was at the Columbus Zoo, so a lot of high stakes situations with animals, and relying on your team is very important. But I also saw the value of connecting nature with nature with people. So I felt like my impact wasn't where I wanted it to be, and so how do I turn my passion for wildlife into my purpose? And so that's when I found the MPA MES program, and my goal in taking on this endeavor was to bridge science and policy as a boundary spanner. So it's been a busy couple years. I've held a lot of different jobs, gotten to know a lot of different organizations, and met a lot of great people. And I definitely want to highlight that I was privileged to be able to do this. Being able to immerse myself in learning was such a formidable experience for me after having gone to the professional field. So embracing the growth mindset, continuous improvement is better than perfection, and that was a hard one for me, but really adapting to that. Lead to empower others. So I learned a lot about my personal leadership skills and how, as an empath, that's not always a bad thing as a leader, but also you want to show people how amazing they are, not how amazing you are. The boring stuff that I used to think wasn't as applicable is actually super important. So performance assessment, budgeting, these are all ways to align your mission with the day-to-day. Creating public value requires recognition of systemic inequities, so I learned a lot about exclusionary zoning and then narratives such as the pristine wilderness and how this shapes today's society. So science is only as meaningful as it is effectively translated, and nothing taught me this better than my thesis, which really required me to adapt it to be able to be understandable by a broad audience. Policy process is not linear, and that was a hard pill to swallow because I wanted to learn about it and then I wanted to apply it. But science-based decision making and understanding alternatives is a route to support that. So one of the most impactful experiences I had was building the environmental justice community profile. So this fits science into policy, where working for a local nonprofit, I developed a data tool for accessible data use by communities. So it takes a village and then some. Each person is a door to a new world, and so DEI, diversity, we think about that in the way that increases organizational innovation. And then community gives us the strength to persevere through hardship. Collaboration extends our impact and really recognizes the interwoven nature of our systems. So thank you so much to the faculty. It has been faculty and staff, and then also my peers, because we've all been vulnerable with each other children. Now I have more than 15 seconds, so I can keep talking.